Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Tuesday. I hope everybody is, well, if you didn't go out there making money, I hope you made some money today. If you're still working and listening, I hope you're making some bank today. Yes, it is. Hey, I'll say it's a transitional mic for right now. I had some issues last week, so I'm trying something new. So if you guys give me feedback, if you hear me okay, if it's all good, I just want you guys to be able to hear me properly without any static interference. So gotta love technical difficulties. Oh, thanks, Tony. Okay, so good evening, everybody. Welcome. Say hi to everybody. Hey, Christopher, how are you? Hey, Thomas. Hey, Tony, the Driven Dad. Hey, Mr. Eclectic. Hey, Steve, Rideshare Rodeo. Hey, Bird Rios. Hey, Josh. Hey, Robbie, how are you? Hey, DoorDash Red. Insta Poppy, how are you? Adam Brown. I think I got it. And hey, Diane, happy Tuesday. We're gonna get started. So today, tonight, well, I should say for today. So this week, I had a completely different mindset. Hey, Monica, how are you? I had a different mindset going into this week, and it kind of sparked the conversation for tonight. And I'm gonna kind of go into kind of what sparked everything. So last week, I kind of sat back and I felt like I needed to challenge myself in a completely different way. And I always feel like in order for me to motivate myself, I am a very goal oriented person. I've always been that way. And if I give myself goals, at least I have something to set for, and at least I have something to strive for. And sometimes in what we do, at least for me, I get stagnant and I'm just like you kind of go through, okay, I'm going out there making money again today. And it's kind of the same process. Yes, every day is different. And that's actually one of the reasons why I love what we do, because not every day is the same. Not every app performs the same way every single day. And it got me thinking this week, this year, what do I really want to do personal wise and professional wise? And one of the things, and if you're new to my channel, you might not know this, but if you aren't, you probably do know this, is I love Disney World. Prior to pandemic times, me and my family would go to Disney World at least 2, sometimes 3 times a year, and we haven't been back since. And yes, I have the money in the bank. I can probably just go tomorrow. But I sat back and I'm like, how do I challenge myself to go to Disney World and still keep producing money for bills? But how do I challenge myself in a way that I can go to Disney World in a couple months? And this is kind of where my plan got devised from this week. I have my own personal goals and my daily goal, and and you can put in whatever number is for your area. And everything I talk about today, guys, I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there. Yeah, what I talk about is market specific. It works in my area. I always know that every market is different. I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there right now, and every market's not going to perform the same way, but I think you can scale what I'm talking about to your own markets depending on what is happening in your own market. So I'm going to put that disclaimer out there. So my daily goal, if you guys don't know this by now, is $200. And guys, I'm going to put on another disclaimer. Everything I talk about is not to brag about my earnings or what I do. This is just kind of what I'm doing to challenge myself in a different way. And I came up with a plan that if I change my mindset just a little bit and I hustle just a little bit harder, every dollar that I make over my $200 goal, I'm going to put towards my Disney vacation. And who knows, maybe I'll start making, every day so you guys see, where I'm at saving for my Disney vacation. But I had a plan going in, and it started last week. Anything I do, whether it's $2, $20, $60, $100, whatever it is, I am taking that money and I'm putting it aside from Disney, and that's how I'm going to pay for my family vacation. And that's kind of what I went into last week, and I'm going to continue on until I pay for my family's vacation to Disney World. But with that being said, like, I felt like I was becoming that person, and I'll talk badly about myself for a second. That I'm like, okay, I hit 200, time to go home. Nope, I hit 200, it's time to go home. And I wasn't pushing myself to do to better myself. And my mindset changed last week. And with that being said, and that's why you started seeing some of my earnings changed from last week. And I went into, especially the weekend, with okay, how instead of getting 2 to 3 deliveries per hour, how do I change my mindset to get 4, possibly 5? I don't think I got, maybe I did maybe 1 hour, I got to 5 deliveries. But how do I push myself to get even more deliveries? How do I work quicker? How do I incorporate grocery delivery with food delivery so I'm having all platforms work for me at the same time? And that is what I did. And what the results of last week were is I put a little extra pep in my step. I'm like, to me, it's amazing when you have, at least for me, and I guess it's just because I'm such a goal oriented person, that if I have something in my mind that I need to achieve and I want to achieve, it's amazing what you can put your mind to. But the whole entire mindset behind it, and what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, is are the days of making big dollar amounts ahead of us or behind us? And I can always go into the reasons. We can be so negative. We can say all the reasons why our isn't my apps aren't performing. The gas prices, the you know you know I'll say it, DoorDash is trash. We're getting so many $2.75 orders. We can always come up with the reasons why our apps performing, but can we come up with reasons why they should be performing? And that's kind of what got me thinking of how to even keep producing more money last week. And it was, to me, not working harder. It was about working smarter, making good decisions, and just flat out taking orders. I was taking orders last week that in busy times I probably normally wouldn't have taken, but I was still trying to, I'm like, hey, can I get another order? Even if it's like a $5 order, can I get another order in that hour? Because that's $5 more into my bank for the day. And I went into literally full blown hustle mode. And did I hit bumps along the way? absolutely. And I think that's what makes us human, and that's what makes these apps so challenging. I like a good challenge. Um, but you know what? I went into this weekend and I went into it with, um, oh my God, my mind just went completely blank. Walmart Spark, that's what I was trying to say. I went into it with Walmart Spark, and I'm like, okay, if I get, you can get $20 orders, $30 orders. I'm like, okay, if I can have like a really good foundation in Walmart Spark and put in food delivery, and in my area, you have to cross DoorDash zones. Uber Eats, you can Uber Eats anywhere. Grubhub, it's still in the same zone, but I've been getting really good at crossing zones between DoorDash because my Walmart is in a completely different zone. And that was another challenge going into doing Walmart Spark, as I had to work in a completely different area that I am not familiar with. But if I want to keep making even more money in my dollar per hour, it's so quickly it's quick how you learn how to produce in a different zone and learn that zone really quickly in order to make your money and make your dollar per hour. But the weekend hit, and my Walmart was a hot stinking mess. I don't know what else to say. And I was getting so frustrated with Walmart Spark. And I do have, and I heard a lot from you guys, and you guys were saying that, some of your Walmarts are fantastic, some of them are not fantastic. Like, I actually have a really good, clean, neat, organized Walmart, but a lot of, and I only have one Walmart. I know a lot of you guys say that you have like multiple amounts of Walmarts. I only have one Walmart, and that's it. So a lot of the success of my Walmart Spark depends on the staffing levels at my current Walmart. And when they're not staffed, yeah, and this is, I think, my biggest thing and my biggest frustration with Walmart Spark lately, is if you can get an order and you're not going to know it until you accept it. As soon as you accept it, you know if it's ready or you're not ready. Oh, thank you, Thomas. You just named Dr. Pepper Fun. So cheers, Dr. Pepper Fun, right here. But thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate it. And I quickly learned, like, it goes to, it's either ready or getting ready. I feel like when it's getting ready, in terms of like food delivery, it's like getting or taking a Grubhub order. And as soon as you take the Grubhub order, it comes up, your order has been confirmed. And you're like, oh, hot darn, I'm going to have to wait at this restaurant. And it's like that, kind of the same thing. But in Walmart Spark terms, they're still picking your order. And a couple of times I went and I just gave up because they weren't even done picking my order. I waited 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, nope, I'm out. I'm not waiting the time for you first to pick the order and then load it and bring it to my car and load it to my car. Like, the time and money invested even to a 20 or even a $30 order wasn't worth it. So I went back to, okay, well, you know what, we're going to put that aside. Let's move on. And I just went back to food delivering, and I just hustled my butt off in order to keep getting more. And I wish there was a secret or a recipe to, you know, what I was doing. It was literally, I was taking orders and just making some really good decisions, and decisions that I probably wouldn't have made, but I was making in order to turn around orders quicker and getting through the dollar per hours. I was sometimes doing $30 an hour, sometimes $40 an hour, going into, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I haven't even posted yesterday's video yet, which you guys will see. I had a really decent day yesterday too. So something's working for me, and it kind of made me think, okay, so our time's changing. Is it still feasible for us to make big dollar days with whatever's going in with what we're doing? Oh, Thomas, great, you had a great great with sparkly, got the idea from you. Stacking with that plan works. Yeah, I mean, if you, like I said, if you can the perfect scenario is if you can actually get, Spark and your food delivery apps to work in sync with each other. And you can, and I know a lot of you guys are saying, I don't know how you can multi app with Spark because Spark is so busy in your areas. And that's not the case in my area. If you don't get one spark done within the 20th of the next hour, you miss out on the next hour. So, and for me to travel 7 miles or 8 miles to go home and work in my area and then travel 7 to 8 miles back to my Walmart, that's why I've been really working with different zones because I'm like, well, I'm up here. I'm going to do food delivery in between the times I actually get Spark orders. So when that Spark order comes in, not only did I just complete a $20 to $30 Spark order, I now have 15, extra dollars or 20 extra dollars um, in between each order. Thank you, Mr. Eclectic. I really appreciate it. Have you tried calling the restaurant at the start of your trip on those orders and pay deliveries? I do that. Save time, $5 closer to Disney. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, on order and pays, I definitely call whatever restaurant it is to call it in, opposed to actually going to the restaurant. I think it is a time saver. I think it is a good way. And, you can get some really good, or like, especially with Grubhub and even Uber Eats. Not, I don't think DoorDash really does. I haven't gotten a DoorDash one and I can't even tell you how long, but I can only speak for Uber Eats and Grubhub that when you do an order, there's some really good paying order and pays. If you learn to call it in, get an order. If you're already on an order, sometimes if you're multi-apping, get the order, call it in as you're delivering one order, and then go pick it up, and it's ready, and you're on your way. You're really making bank at that point. But it was some really great advice, Mr. Eclectic, and thank you so much again. Yeah, hey Thomas, you say pay order and pays are misunderstood. I'll say it depends on your market. Some are good, some are bad. And it also, in my area, I'm in a downtown area. Sometimes I pass on them, even though they're good paying, because by the time you call it in, by the time you actually find a parking spot, and then you're going to pick up the food, it can be more of a hassle than it's worth. I usually do a lot of them during the weekday when I'm really trying to, you know, get through. Hey, Flower Lotus, how are you? When I'm really trying to get through as quickly as I possibly can, during the weekdays, and you're trying to get more money because it's tougher to make it than the weekends, that's a really good time to do order and pays. But so it sparks my conversation for today is, can you really have high dollar paying days still on the platforms that we're using? And I was skeptical going into this week. At first, I was, hey, Lisa, how are you? Hey, Savvy Shopper, Holly Camp, how are you? Hey, Nico, how are you? Nico, sorry. And it goes into, you know, I went in this weekend. I'm like, I don't know whether it's possible, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make it happen. And one thing I think I've learned, hey PJ, how are you? One thing I've learned this week, a couple of things is, and this is, I've been noticing this for a couple weeks now, and you guys are gonna have to let me know if this is happening in your area. As much as we are complaining about gas prices because it really affects our bottom line and it comes out of our pockets, I've actually noticed an increase in business in my area. And I don't know whether it's because customers don't want to leave their house and spend their own gas, which to me, like, logically, that doesn't make sense because you're saving money by not going out and spending the gas. But hey, Paul, my gig, how are you? They're not spending money in gas, but then they're spending more money on delivery fees and also paying your driver your tip. Well, hopefully they're paying the driver your tip, but hey, it's better for me. I've really seen ever since the gas prices actually went up, I've actually seen an increase in earnings in my area as well. And, even this past week, Uber Eats Man, this weekend they kicked some butt. I was starting to see, during last summer, like I was starting to see like $29 stacked orders, $27 stacked orders. Hey, Monique. Hey, Christopher. How are you? I was start to see, like, I was seeing like $29 stacked orders, $25 stacked orders. And I was starting, not that I was seeing them to that level, but I was actually starting to see $21 stacked orders, $22 stacked orders on Uber Eats again, and then they turned into like 29 dollar stacked orders, and I'm like, what is Uber Eats back? It was really good to see, and I've also been noticing like peak pays in my area, whether it's Quest or even peak pays, like DoorDash has been sending some, especially on the weekends, like they've been sending some in my area, some really good peak pays. They've been like really, really wacky, really wacky. Like it's been like 2 hour increments, but they've been like 7:45 to like 9:45, or they've been like, I don't know, 1:30 to 3:30. Like it's at, or 3:29. Like they've been really strange times. I don't know. I'm not gonna knock it because it's been it's been working for my area, but and there's been um a lot more peak pays later than earlier, so I've been seeing a lot more like 7:30 to like 11:30 peak pays than 5 to 9. So I don't know whether they're like moving them later than before. And then the same thing with Uber this past weekend. They started their quest at 7 o'clock at night, which I don't think I've ever seen Uber start a quest so late before. So it was 7 to 10, which I actually thought it was it was weird too. But I took full advantage of every peak pay. I couldn't take advantage of any of the incentives for Spark, even though I wanted to. But the incentive this weekend for Spark wasn't that fantastic. You had to get like 9 orders to get $45, and you had to get like, I want to say it was like 16 or 8. I think it was 18 orders to get $95. It was something really on the crazy side. So I wasn't able to get incentives. Not that I didn't try, because I did try. And then even yesterday, I turned on Spark the whole entire day yesterday. And like that was another philosophy going into yesterday, is I turn them all on. Hashtag turn them all on. But even yesterday, I didn't get my first Spark until 3:30 in the afternoon. And at that point, I'm like, man, I'm going home. I don't have time to do a Spark. But it was later in the afternoon before I even took a Spark. So Tommy said Uber Eats is stacking greatly. Yeah, they've been in my area. They've been like on fire. They actually took out DoorDash. I'm trying to think, it was Saturday or Sunday, but they took out DoorDash in my area for that top spot. But yeah, yeah, what I would have gotten that incentive for 90. Oh, believe me, if I could have gotten an order completed, I would have gone after that 95. $95 is, it's a great incentive if you can actually get an, I'm telling you, I tried. It's the only thing I can say is I tried with Spark. I was just getting beyond frustrated with them. And I forget who, one of you guys said it in one of my comments, and forgive me, I can't remember who said it, but one of you guys said that, man, if you didn't have those Spark problems on, I think it was Sunday, you would have had over a $350 day. And I'm like, yeah, Spark cost me some money this weekend. And I think that's the most frustrating part, is you want to have it work and you think it's going to work for you, and then you just have to roll with the punches and change direction, and forget it and forget and leave it behind you. And I'm going to backtrack a little bit to my goal. And, I'm not naive enough to know that we're not going to have bad days. It's inevitable. We're all going to have bad days. And even like last week, I had a day, I think I did, I don't even remember what I did, but I know I didn't make goal. But I went into it, I'm like, okay, I didn't make goal this week, but I mean that day, but I'm going into today with a whole new fresh mindset. I can't affect what I did yesterday, but I can affect what I did today. and I will say this, it never helps me when I go into with the mindset I have to make up X amount of money because I didn't make my goal. That doesn't help me. That actually usually hurts me. And when I go into it the next day, I go into it with a fresh mind. This is a new day. This is what I'm going to do, and put the day prior to pass. You can't do anything about it. You can only affect what's right in front of you. But anyway, so making big money on these platforms, when I for my first weekend Spark, yes, they ran some crazy incentives, the crazy incentives, and I there was one day, if I probably kept going, I probably would have had close to a $400 day. So with my newfound lease in life and getting to Disney World and go Disney, I'm gonna get to Disney and I'm gonna put my mind to it. It really made me think, are these apps performing better, and are big days still ahead of us? Are they not behind us? And you know Steve, if you're still here, I'm going to put you on Front Street for a half a second. Steve actually sent me, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to put it on the screen, I didn't have time to upload it into the computer and do it, but hopefully maybe I can put it through my phone so you can see. But Steve does, from Rideshare Rodeo, he does curry, and he saw the topic of tonight's conversation, and he sent me these orders that came to him this week. And man, I'm not signed up for for curry yet, but Steve, I think I might after tonight, after you send me these. So he did one order. Hopefully I'm gonna dim my phone a little bit so maybe you guys can see it. I don't know, I can see it. Oops, sorry. $200. Granted, it is 81 miles, but 200. He got a $200 order, which is amazing. And then this next one, Steve. I think you said you did an overnight trip and you stayed at a friend's house for this one. I probably would have done the same thing because I'm telling you, ooh, I know Steve is showing off, but hey, I have to give credit where credit's due. And man, hold on, let me go that way. Can you see that? $460. Can you see that? 261 miles, but $460. So I think Steve, I think you said that you stayed at a friend's house and came back the next day after your pickup. So, you know, there's some apps out there. Hint, hint, curry. If you're not on their wait list, you have the Walmart Sparks out in the world who you get $20 orders, $30 orders. And then you have, I call them the big, hey, rapping granny, how are you? You get the big three out there. You get the Grubhub, the Uber Eats, and the DoorDashes out in the world. Man, if I'm telling you, if you can really, really get all these apps to work in sync and you can get all the stars aligned, there's some money, there's still money out there to be made, and hopefully I can inspire you guys to go get your hustle on. And like I said, I wish there were there was a secret magic, and there isn't. It's just taking orders. Take in Steve's case, take a $460 order. $460. Let me know, would you guys have done this order for $460? I'm just curious. Put it in the chat right now. I'm just curious if you guys would have done this order. Granted, it's 250 miles. Let me know. I'm just curious. Put it in right now. Would you have done that order? I'll let you know if I would. Well, I'll tell you. I totally would have done. I would have done it. $460. Ooh, ooh, that's Granted, you have to have an SUV or larger, so that probably would have put me out of that one. But yeah. Okay, so you guys would have done it. Yeah, Elise is like, yeah, in a second I would have done that. Monique, you said I would have done that order in a heartbeat. Thomas, I would. Ah, I think I'm more jealous, Steve, that you you did this order and I didn't get it. Oh, oh, Tony, you said I would, but Steve has you blacklisted from Curry. I feel like there's a story behind that. Yes, PJ, the miles are insane. But I'm just thinking, he said and you got $330 coming back. Shut the front door. I totally didn't want to use shut the front door right now. Hey, Roy, how are you? So you got $330 on top of this $460. So 790. Did I do that right? $790. Oh man, you are making bank. Congratulations, Steve. I'm impressed. I am highly impressed. So it kind of makes it, it makes it all worth it. I mean, 200, 400, I just keep saying $460. So what I, Lisa, that's actually, it's funny. I was thinking that and I didn't want to coin UDM's phrase, but you said it. So I'll say it, sugar honey iced tea. I'm telling you, right? Oh, Steve is showing off. That's funny. Durango to Colorado Springs, then headed back to Denver, 50 miles. That's pretty awesome. I would have done it in a heartbeat. You wouldn't have had like I probably would have been like except like I probably wouldn't have even looked at the details. As soon as I saw the $460, I would be like, "Yep, accept." Wow, that is so four $790 in 26 hours in dinner with friends. What's not to love about that? And you got dinner out of it. You got to see your friends on top of it. So you got a little bit of socialization in there. So it wasn't all work. Mm, that's pretty awesome. So congratulations, Steve. So if that answers your question, I'm telling you, Mr. Clicker, that's funny. That would be a lot of Mickey Mouse hats. I think I could actually splurge on some of those sequins Mickey ears at that point. I'm telling you, Steve, that's awesome. Congratulations. But yes, that is a lot of Mickey ears going on right there. I don't know. Maybe when I go to Disney World, instead of I'll take you guys somewhat along with me, and I'll still upload videos every day, but they'll be of my Disney trip instead of daily vlogs. It might actually might liven us up and put smiles on everybody's faces. I don't know. Maybe I can even do my Tuesday live stream from Disney World. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I'm so excited. So yeah, I have a fire lit under my butt for going to Disney World. But um, oh man, Diane, you missed the $35 Instacart order. Oh, that's rough. By listening to me, I hope it wasn't my fault. Go work if it's my fault. Mr. Clickett, that would be awesome. Do you guys want to see Disney World? Because I will. I'll daily vlog from Disney World. I am not. I'm sorry, guys. I love you guys to death, but I am not working. I am not working while I'm Disney World. As much fun as it would be being in Florida and trying a different area. Sorry, guys. I'm not working. I deserve a vacation at this point. Kim, what app is pushing you over the top lately as far as money wise, Thomas, or frustration wise? Because that can kind of go either way. Money wise, last week it was a, DoorDash kick butt. And then I had a really kick butt Uber Eats day, but DoorDash, oh, money wise, okay. I'm like, frustration wise, we can talk all day. Money wise, it definitely was DoorDash. DoorDash is still king in my area. It is. I think one of you guys had asked me last week, why don't I just Spark all the time? And as good as Spark is, it is as frustrating as it is good. Um, but um, DoorDash is still the dominant app unless I find something different. Like dominant, it's still dominating my market. Uber Eats has made a comeback. It was my third app for a while. I think it's now back into my number two spot. So Uber Eats is slowly coming back. Grubhub is now kind of in my third spot. I kind of use Grubhub for those kick butt orders that I think um, Grubhub is known for. And I also use Grubhub if I don't know how to describe it without you looking at having you guys know a map, but where I normally do my pickups and from the restaurants I'm at, literally a mile above it, I'm in a different Grubhub zone. So if I get a DoorDash order or an Uber Eats order, which I say it goes over the bridge because it goes into a different zone, if I go into a different Grubhub zone, I actually use Grubhub to get an order to bring me back because I know I'll get an order back in the zone that I'm currently in. And that's what I use a lot of times Grubhub for. So I might take like an order here or an order there. I will say when the weekend was happening, I kind of shied away from Grubhub just because the peak pays, I was actually getting orders and peak pays in DoorDash, which hardly ever happens in my area. And then the quests were happening, and I'm like, Grubhub's not really giving me anything. But I will say that when Grubhub was giving me orders, they were literally sending me an order as soon as I hit, go ready for delivery or leaving. They would send me an order right away. So I will say that is one thing that Grubhub is doing right in my area is they're trying to get you an order even before you get to your next drop off, which I actually do really like. When is your trip? Looking the end. It's gonna be hot as heck, but possibly the end of August. If not the end of August, maybe the fall. I'm shooting for the end of August just because my daughter starts school in September, and it's gonna be a little difficult when she actually starts school. We have to get used to. I have a kid going to school. I can't believe it. Yeah, poor Pedro in that Instacart live shop at Restaurant Depot. I have a Restaurant Depot by me too. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he sat all the way to the back. I'm telling you, I do turn on. I'm gonna be completely transparent and honest with you guys. I don't think I'm ever gonna do an Instacart order. I do turn it on just to see the orders that are coming in. It is just not. It's not me. I know some of you guys make some um, make some really great money on Instacart. It's just not my thing. I just really don't like shopping, grocery shopping. I don't even like personally um, doing grocery shopping for myself. So thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate it. Um, but yeah, uh, I yeah, I have a hang up with Instacart. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. I have a hang up. I have a hang up with Instacart. So Josh, you're gonna move to Denver to just so you can do curry, or are you gonna bug Steve enough to do curry? Which one is it? Yes, PJ, you should vlog the trip. I will. I feel like I'm always thinking business minded. Yes, I already kind of have it in my head that um, even if I take snippets of the rides I go on and all the fun that I have and the sun and the fun, but yes, I it would be weird not to upload daily. I'll be completely honest with you. Like I feel like I'm in such a routine at this point that I'm like, if I don't upload daily, it's just gonna feel weird not doing anything. So yes, I might still upload daily. It might be just of my Disney trip instead. You guys get to see what parks I'm in and what rides I rode, and it might actually bring some break into everybody's gig life. I love Walgreens orders. I like Walgreens orders. I have no problems with doing CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid as as long as it's not more like it's 10 items. I'm even going to lower that. 8 items and below. I know with my CVS, Walgreens, and I know with my Walgreens and Rite Aid and CVS, I know that I can get in and I can get out, and I know where everything is at. I know that I can get those done quickly, and there's some, especially Uber Eats. Uber Eats kicks butt with paying for their shop and delivers. That I will say. But anyway, um, so going back to, can we actually make money on still make bank and still make big dollars? I'm gonna say, yeah, you can. Like, I feel like I was, living proof. And once again, market specific. Not everybody is market specific, but whatever your own version is, and whatever your own goals are, you know is it possible to keep passionate pushing past your daily goals, to keep doing it and just going in. And I think that was my key to this week, is renewing my mindset. Like I said, I feel like a lot of times, and it's my own hang up, and let me know if you guys find this as well. Like, I feel like I get in the everyday going, dropping off, picking up, dropping, going up, dropping, picking off, and you go through the steps you do every day, and the same thing. It's always fun to put in a new app that's actually going to gain more money into your earnings as well. And Spark was that one for me. But it was good to add to that mix. And I always say, sign up for as many apps as you possibly can. Literally, you never know what app is going to perform better in your area than other apps are going to perform better in your area as well. And you're never going to know until you sign up for all of these apps as well. I just sent you my 15-second Instacart video. Okay. I know you love Instacart, Steve, so I'll take a look at it. I'm just kidding. I know you don't like Instacart. But yeah, you know what? Change. I'll challenge everybody to change your mindset. Change your what might what might not work today might work tomorrow. And that's what I guess that's kind of what my mind, what this kind of is all about. Is, if you would have told me like 3 4 weeks ago, when we went through like that lull, and just like we do, we have feel like we have peaks and valleys. And a couple weeks ago, I don't know about you, I feel like we went through a really low valley. And I know you guys know this, but you know what? I personally adapted by taking orders I normally wouldn't have taken, so I can still make my goal every single day. And now I'm adapting a different way, and adapting to, okay, the orders are there, at least in my market they are. The orders are there. How do I capitalize on getting more orders done in the hour? And that is what my week was all about, minus a couple of hiccups there and here and there, and restaurant issues and Spark issues and everything else, all the pains we go through as delivery drivers throughout the entire week. But so that's kind of my goals going forward. It's really that simple. So that's kind of where we're at. So hopefully maybe it might have sparked maybe it might have sparked like that sparked some incentive for you guys as well. But just a different way for me to add keep adding money into, in my world, savings. I'm saving for my own trip. It could be paying off a credit card, it could be however you manage your own time. Remember, manage your own money. Like, it's up to you. But it was my way of going into this week and saying, how do I do something for myself that's going to motivate me to keep performing better? And that's what I came up with. Hey, Jaywalk, how are you? So that's what I came up with, and thank you, PJ. I really like it. I really appreciate it. So, guys, if you have a moment right now, go and give this live a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. If you are new to my channel and are just coming here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe as well. Oh, thank you, Thomas. Good advice. Try. You know, I I think in um in our world, yeah, stay hydrated. We're going into a summer month. So very good advice, sir. this, Jaywalk, you're going down tomorrow. Is this a competition? Are we? Are we? Are we going to debate again tomorrow? We just have a difference of opinions. That's all. We get along at the end. We're family at the very end. I don't even know. We'll see what tomorrow's topic. I don't even know what tomorrow's topic is going to be. If you guys are new here and don't know, on Wednesdays, we're over in UDM's channel. We do Gig Talk Live at 3 p.m. with Jaywalk, and we always have some really good, I know you're just kidding, Jaywalk. We always have some really good discussions and topics regarding anything gig work related, usually about DoorDash, Uber Eats, or Grubhub. We kind of put others in the mix as well. So I don't know. Well, you have to join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. to see what the what the topic is going to be. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize. I thought Jaywalk was wretched. Hold on. Do it right now. I got out of the chat for a half a second. Okay, done. So anyway, so this week, so if you guys want to know what my week kind of looks like this week. So tomorrow is Gig Talk Live with UDM and Jaywalk at 3 p.m. On Thursday, I am with Steve Rideshare Rodeo at 9 p.m. for his roundtable. So that's 9 p.m. on Thursday. So that's kind of, if you want to catch me in any one of those avenues, that's kind of my week going on this week as well. But I, I, different mindset, oh, that's what I was saying before. Sorry, I completely got off topic. Is I think in order to keep making goals and keep achieving what we need to achieve, is keep changing with times, whatever those times may be. And you're going to be successful if you keep adapting with gas prices, with apps not performing, with the lulls that we see during some of our slow times, how to capitalize on the peaks when we have weekends like I did last weekend. Like, how do you not leave, how do you leave each day and not leave any money on the table? And that was another thing of not, this weekend. I always try to work from 5 to 9, 5 to 10. And when I say I don't leave any money on the table, I literally don't leave any money on the table. And I think it was Sunday night, I was literally ready to, I was literally driving down my street, and I never shut off any apps just in case that one like order comes through at the very end and you're like, nope, not going home. And that's exactly what happened with Grubhub. I was literally 3 houses away from pulling into my driveway, and a $24 stacked order came through. And I called my husband, I'm like, oh, sorry, I thought I was coming home. I have to do one more. And it was the same restaurant. It was Applebee's. I went to Applebee's, picked up the 2 orders, turned back around, and this is like the luck of all lucks. One order was going like 4 miles away, but the second order was like literally going blocks away from where I needed to be. So it was like a win-win. But when I say I don't literally leave any money on the table. Like if orders are coming in, I'm not stopping because orders are gonna keep coming in, and I'm not leaving any money on the table. So words of wisdom this week: adapt with times, adapt with what's going on, set goals for yourself, achieve your goals if you possibly can achieve your goals, and just if something's not working, adapt and change your mindset to a different way. It's not going to kill you. It's not going, you're not going to go into gig work jail if you try something that you normally wouldn't try, whether it's you never take $5 orders. Let me just take one just to see if several $5 orders is going to is going to make $20 on my day. You never know unless you try it. So that's the only thing I'm saying. Try something new, try something different, try a new app this week, try signing up for a new app this week. Try, hey Jackie, how are you? Um, just try something new that might change your course. It might actually light something under you or might inspire you to even achieve your goals quicker or even bigger. And that's the words of wisdom I am going to depart on you today. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. So, Mr. Eclectic, there are always going to be one more on weekends for sure. I'm telling you, and that's when it happens. It really does. Like I swear, like as soon as I'm about ready to hit that, I'm going home. And there have been times where like I did my closing video, and I'm like, okay, I'm going home. I'm calling it a night, and then blink, 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 and I'm like, I'm not going home. But it really, truly is. Don't leave any money on the table because that's money that's going into your pocket. It might be money that you can put away in savings. It could be money that you can put on a credit card bill. I haven't met a $5, $10, or $20 bill that I haven't needed ever yet. So it's out there to make. Oh, Thomas, thank you. Kim, not a lot of people hustle like you do, part time or full time. Thank you. When I talk about these things, like I really try a lot of this mindset because I used to be part time and I went full time. I really do believe that, whether you're part time or whether you're full time, you can still make goals for yourself. You can still achieve whatever goals you're trying to achieve as long as you kind of put the effort and put the forward through and just go out and work. Take orders and go out and work. That's the secret. That's the secret right there. Take orders and go out and work. So Lisa, you're still waiting to hear from Shipt. That's on my to-do list this week is to actually sign up for Shipt. That's going to be my next thing that I actually sign up for. So it's on my to-do list this week if I don't get too crazy busy, but that's on my to-do list. Yeah, Mr. Click, that's great. I got a $24 tip on my last order for 5 miles. That's amazing. Congratulations. It's a really good order. Driven Dad, I tried to sign up for Curry, but Steve blocked me. I think we have a pattern going on with you, Steve, and Curry. I'm just throwing it out there. Oh, thanks, Monique. Great words of wisdom. Oh, hey, Robert Reese, how are you? So actually, while you're here, if you guys had Robert Reese has his own channel. I haven't done any promoting of any new channels yet on this live, so you'll be the person I promote this week. I've been watching you for a little while now, so if you guys haven't done it, Robert Reese, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I actually subscribe to him. I actually watch him. He was on with a roundtable with Steve last week, and we had a really great conversation about Prop 22, which I learned new stuff as well. So if you guys haven't done it already, go check out Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I'll tag it in the comment section. I'll also put it in the description of this video as well. But thanks for being here, Robert Reese. Christopher, 100-degree weather is starting here in Arizona. Whew. Carry water with you. Oh, 100 degrees. We're in the 60s right now. We got to, I think, like 68 today. Over the weekend, it was cold. It was like in the low 50s. But we haven't seen like, usually around this time, we might see like spikes of like 70s and maybe 80s here or there. But We haven't had it yet, but I'm telling you, I am a beach girl, so I can't wait. Oh, Monique, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Hey, Gig Lebowski, how are you? Jackie and Kim, how do you stay out late every night? You are braver than me. I think it comes from my past life in working. I had to work 2 nights a week. So I feel like I'm kind of used to it. It's 20 years of working, two to close or five to close. And especially during, holidays, you work until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I guess it doesn't faze me at all to work nights. I feel like it's peaceful on some nights, but maybe it's just me. Like, there's not, to me, there's less traffic. The later you get, the less traffic. You might not get as many orders, but the less traffic there is, and you kind of get zoom in, you zoom out. And lately, orders with daylight savings, and at least in my area, and going into the summer months, because I am a shore town. Oh, PJ, have a pepper on me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Jackie, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But going into warmer weather, and because I am by the shore and by the beach, um, the the later it gets at night, the busier it gets at night as well. So that's another reason why during the summer I stay out later, just because it's lighter out later. But there are some good orders, especially in my area because of the beach area, and a lot of people during the summer, starting usually after Mother's Day, I get the shore traffic Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that's usually one of the busiest times for me in my area. Oh, that is the perfect weather. Tony, you said I got cool 75 with Sunday with sun halfway behind the mountains. Oh, I can only imagine. You guys must have some over in Colorado, and this is for you too, Steve. You guys must probably have some of the best scenery I can imagine in the United States, being over with the mountains. Oh. So, Kik Lebowski, you said you were 90 yesterday. Oh, wow. See, Holly, you agree with it. You love it late nights. Usually my cutoff is usually 10 o'clock. That's usually my cutoff. Once again, if the orders are still coming in, like, I'll keep going, but I hardly ever work past 11 o'clock. That's usually like my ultimate cutoff. I usually don't stay any later past that. But like I said, it's just, I guess I'm just so used to it with my past life. I don't know. That's the only thing I say. I don't mind it. Yeah, like I said, you have to be careful. Um, you have to be careful of your surroundings. I'm gonna say this: take your keys with you. Don't go to areas you're not familiar with. Don't go to areas that are dangerous. Make really good decisions. So that I will say. So, from the safety perspective, I will say, just be careful and know your surroundings and look around. But other than that, I really don't mind working late. I don't mind working late. You got some really good orders. Like, I got a $24 Grubhub order at 10:30 the other night. So you got some really good things. Oh, Jaywalk, you need to be home earlier. I don't know. We'll see. I a couple weeks ago, I was home by like 9 o'clock. I kind of go. It depends on my mood, and that depends on. Wow, you're out. I'm sorry, Jaywalk. I'm like totally cutting you out. I mean, Holly, you're out until 3 a.m. or later. You go, girl. Good for you. I know a lot of you guys, and a lot of you guys say Wawa kicks butt for you guys after the late night hours. Yeah, good for you. Yeah, after midnight or even 11 p.m., midnight in my area, there's nothing open but literally Wawa. McDonald's is closed. Wendy's is closed. Everything's closed. So the only thing that would be open would be Wawa. So unless it's the weekend, it wouldn't really be beneficial for me to like kind of stay out later. PJ, Las Vegas, you're in the high 80s for the next 10 days. Tip of the iceberg, perhaps a wrong analogy. That's actually kind of funny. But wow, I can't wait. I cannot wait for 80-degree weather to get here. I love the perfect weather for me is like 70s to like early 80s, enough that you can wear a short sleeve, no jacket. You can wear some like leggings or even shorts and just enjoy the day. Oh, can't wait for beach weather. I'm so excited. Diane, 21 degrees this morning in Iowa. Woo. Okay, so two different ends of the spectrum. Some of you guys are in the 80s and 90, and poor Diane is in 21 degrees. But wow, crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, yeah, Jackie, you're enjoying not having to run the AC. I did run the AC. It got up to like close to 70 today. I I ran it for like a little while as I was cooking tonight, just to get some of like the heat from the oven out. But yeah, that's how it is here now, Kim. Wow. Oh, I'm telling you, 70-degree, 80-degree weather, my perfect. Huh. Yeah, thank you, Thomas. She doesn't work like a victim, so she won't become a victim. I am super careful of, like I said, I'm very during, especially at nighttime, I am super selective. First of all, what platforms I work, and also what orders I take later at night. Um, there's no better time, especially on I'll say this: I take a lot more DoorDash orders later at night because you can zoom into streets, you can zoom in on the map. I don't do hotels, I don't do anything like that. Like, I'm super selective. The later I get, more super selective. I'm even selective about the streets I go to. You just I'll say, be street smart, work smarter. Um, no money is worth going into something dangerous, no matter where it's going. So that's the only thing I'm going to say. Be careful, be cautious. No amount of money is worth being dangerous. Jackie, it's 80 here Saturday and Sunday. Oh, man, I'm telling you, I'm ready to break out that bikini and go to the beach. The beaches for us, they're open. It's cold. I actually went last week. I went to the beach. It was cold. I wanted my daughter to just run around and get her energy out, so we went to the beach, and we actually had our winter jackets on because it was too cold. It was too cold, but there were no matter. I will say this about the beach, and if you were by the beach, no matter what the weather is, there is always someone that's going to be out there with a beach chair, no matter how cold or how warm it is, and I always find that highly amusing. But it was cold here. Yeah, Robert, that is so true. Use Google Gang Maps to see the area I'm in. Yeah, Google is your best friend a lot of times also. And I found this more that I'm using Spark now than ever because I'm in a different area for Walmart Spark, and my Walmart is in a different area and I'm not as familiar. I know there are some not so good areas that are around the Walmart I do Spark on. They actually give you, which is nice, Walmart Spark gives you 2 minutes to actually make a decision. So you can actually go in and see, you can see the items, but you can also Google, um, Google the address. And I Google each, if I don't know the area, I'll Google the address so I can see the house. Is it an apartment? What does it look like? What does the neighborhood look like? Spark has actually taught me a lot in doing that. And I do that late at night too. Google the address. It doesn't hurt. Yeah, PJ, I am so glad that your glasses are working out for you. I I have to wear my glasses. I would be lost. Ah, Mr. Flex, Thank you, Mr. Flex. I really appreciate it, but you didn't have to do that. Thank you. Um, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I wear, you don't see me now, but I have to wear, I've been wearing glasses for far away. And now that I am getting old in my old age, now I need the transition so I can actually read too. So in my old age, I have, that's funny, I transitioned my transitions to progressive lenses so I can actually see far away and actually close up. But it probably like goes with old age, doesn't it, at this point? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, you guys. Mr. Flex, can't believe you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So that's all I have for you guys tonight. I really appreciate you guys being here with me. I'm here every Tuesday. Your Diane, your furnace is still on. Oh, mine goes on every once in a while now. I actually keep my furnace on majority of the year except in like the dead of the summer, literally the dead of the summer. But I try just because my daughter is on our second floor, um, and I always like to make sure that she's nice and toasty and warm in her room. But so PJ, you said I'm nearsighted, so driving at night was awful. Now everything is crystal. That's awesome. I am so happy for you. I'm happy that you're able to go out and go kick some butt at night. And I guess those are my words of wisdom. That's what I'm going to leave you guys all with. So don't forget, once again, to join me, drive me. Wow, we're talking about driving. Don't forget to join me here every Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. Once again, if you haven't done it already, don't forget to give this live a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave today. Oh, Christopher, old age, really? I'll be 50 in July. What's old age? Age is just a number. 40s, just a number. 50s, just a number. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm telling you, some days I feel like I'm 21 all over again. And then I get up in the morning and some days I'm like, oh no, I'm totally 43. It depends on how my body is operating for the day. But anyway, so guys, join me here again next Tuesday. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody, go make their money. Go get your hustle on this week. And guys, if you're driving, please stay safe and healthy. Remember, kindness is always free. Love you guys. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, everyone. Peace out.